It has now been confirmed that Summer Games Fest is happening on June 9th, which is actually one day after the 5-year anniversary of my channel. I mean, technically the channel was created on February 7th, 2017, but I didn't upload my first video until June 8th, 2017, so I count the anniversary as when I actually started making content. So we're less than a month away from being able to say that I've been doing this for half a decade. So with that being said, me making videos about the games showed at Summer Games Fest will end up being my 5-year anniversary special. I might do something else as well, but we'll see. Either way, they show Sonic Frontiers in the video, so this basically confirms that we're gonna see Frontiers gameplay at SGF, because they gotta show it somewhere. If they don't show it here, then their only other option would be to just release the gameplay on the Sonic YouTube channel without it being connected to any events, or maybe show it as part of a Sonic Central or something. So hopefully they show some good gameplay. I hope we get a taste of what it'll be like roaming the environment, what the controls will feel like, what the combat will be like, and in general, what the overall gameplay style of the game will be like. Which brings me to what this video is about. This is something I've been wanting to talk about since February or March, which is the fact that based off of the trailers that we have so far, it seems like the general gameplay style that the game is going for is going to be the Boost gameplay. If you guys know me, you know that I like all three eras of Sonic equally, so obviously Boost counts too. But the problem is that I think the Boost has overstayed its welcome, especially because of the 6-year time gap between generations and Forces and how bad Forces ended up being. I think that they should have just called it quits on the Boost. Even back in 2018 when I reviewed Sonic Forces, I stated that because of how Forces turned out, I think they should return to the adventure formula. So you bet I was disappointed when it looked like Sonic was boosting in that vague teaser from Sonic Central. I don't think Boost being in this game is a concept that's doomed from the start. As long as it's steered in the right direction, I'll be grateful. But for me, steering it in the right direction would mean that they would have to completely reinvent the Boost formula. I think they need to do something that they've never done before in the main series, and make the Boost work more like the Sonic Advance games, or the Green Hill Paradise Act 2 fan game, where the Boost is something you earn by gaining maximum momentum / velocity. And I think that's something that would make perfect sense, given the fact that this is going to be an open world game. I think being able to earn that speed and momentum and eventually have all of it transition into a boost would make the gameplay very satisfying and would work with the scope of the game. If we boost with rings or wisps again in Frontiers, I'm gonna be very disappointed. I mean, how could you have momentum based gameplay if you instantly gain speed and momentum by holding a button? I suppose they can still find a way to have Sonic gain more momentum while he's boosting by doing stuff like going down a slope, but I don't think that's going to be as good as the idea that I presented earlier. Obviously I mentioned Green Hill Paradise Act 2 earlier as an example, but my other examples of what Frontiers could take notes from would be Sonic Utopia and the Spider-Man games. I really can't put into words how graceful Sonic Utopia feels. Everything about this fan game, from the gameplay to its music, is just such a majestic experience. And the same is to be said about the Spider-Man games. In particular, Spider-Man 2, Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man Web of Shadows, and the Insomniac games, of which the Insomniac games obviously being the best ones, all did a fantastic job with the traversal mechanics, and I hope Sonic Frontiers can live up to these examples. I know it's a meme to say this, but it is pretty true that the Insomniac Spider-Man games made you feel like Spider-Man. And I'd also say that Sonic Utopia made you feel like Sonic the Hedgehog. So I want the same charm to be captured in Frontiers. I want to feel like Sonic running around in open world environment inspired by Breath of the Wild. It seems like we don't have very long to wait to see the gameplay, so we'll see in a month if I'll be pleased or disappointed. But until then, let me know how all of you are feeling about the state of the Boost Formula right now. What are your hopes for when gameplay is shown? And I'll definitely make sure to talk about the gameplay when we see it.